This daily market update has been brought to you by Daily Wealth Report. Trading involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for you. Past performance is no guarantee or reliable indication of future results. All advice and education content is of the nature of general information only and must not in any way be construed or relied upon as legal, financial, or personal advice. Good morning, traders and investors. It is Thursday, the 28th of June, and in the overnight activity, we've seen a little bit of a relief rally, certainly in the US markets, and the European markets have rallied quite strongly through to the end of the session ahead of the closing bell. Starting off with the FTSE UK 100, we can see just on the chart here, it was up 77 points or 1.4%, and that strong rally really occurred through the later part of the session. That's formed a higher low point here, and it does appear to be attempting to form a new upwards trend, trying to break this downtrend over the last 4 months. So if we see that holding above this blue line here, which is a 50-period moving average, we could see that this is forming a new trend. But of course, we have the EU Economic Summit at the moment, so all the activity in Europe will hinge again on tonight's activity. The German DAX was up strongly as well. It was up 92 points or 1.5%. Again, a very similar price action there, as we can see. And the French CAC 40 was up 50 points or 1.6%, closing at 30.63, and that too has formed a short-term pivot point, attempting to hold a low here. So not quite showing the same sort of bullish tendencies in trend, but certainly attempting to hold lows of around 3,000. Heading into the US markets, and the Dow Jones was up 92 points, closing at 12,627, and we can see that that too has formed short-term pivot point. And the Nasdaq index had closed at 2,875, up 21 points, or 0.7% as well, whilst the S&P 500 actually formed a slightly stronger rally, closing 11 points up, or 0.9% at 1331. Now the VIX index was down, and that lost 27 cents or 1.3%, so it wasn't a strong downwards movement on the VIX. However, the VXX index, the exchange traded fund for the VIX index, was up slightly, so we can see there on the chart that it's attempting to hold those long-term lows there. Closer to home, the ASX 200 had formed a strong short-term rally yesterday, forming a pivot point, so we've got a higher high, higher low from yesterday's candle, and that has formed on a support base. That was up 30 points, closing at 4,043, and one would expect that it's attempting to continue holding this sideways range here. The SPY futures are pointing towards a higher open, up 29 points, and that should have a good influence on the ASX today. So we should see that attempting to test that 20-period moving average there, the red line. Okay, so that's our summary for today. Positive activity ahead of the EU summit. There wasn't really any big headlines out of Europe. Some positive US data which has helped influence the US markets, and we'll see how the Australian markets follow from that. Well, thank you all for tuning in today. We look forward to giving you an update again tomorrow.